Hello, everyone. A very good morning, afternoon, and evening to all attendees. Thank you for joining the session. Trust during these testing times, each of you and your families are doing safe and healthy. In today's presentation, I would like to share my views how manufacturers can immensely benefit in the service performance by streamlining their entire process towards delivery of accurate service and parts information made available for the field services organization. As part of this presentation, I will also walk you through few customer case studies and solution benefits implemented by ITC Infotech, and thereby reaffirm the need for customers to evaluate the service strategy and identify opportunity areas for improvement. Before we dwell further on this topic, I'd like to start off the presentation by providing a high-level introduction about ITC Infotech. We at ITC Infotech are part of a large diversified business conglomerate called ITC Limited. ITC Limited was established in the year 1910, and we are currently with an annualized business revenue of 10 billion US dollars. Over the years, we have diversified our business in the following areas. We are manufacturers of fast-moving consumer products and apparels. We have a large fleet of business and luxury chain of hotels across India. We are the largest manufacturer of paperboard products and packaging in India. We are into the agri-business, and we are the second largest exporter of agri products from India. And lastly, ITC Infotech in the field of information technology was established in the year 2000. We at ITC Infotech are primarily focused in providing Industry 4.0 offerings to our supply chain based industries covering CPG, retail, discrete manufacturing and high-tech verticals. And also we focus towards the service based industries such as banking, financial services and healthcare, and travel and hospitality by providing solutions in the areas related to data, digital and infrastructure based offerings. In terms of our global presence, we have our offices in 15 countries with 7 development centers, and overall employee base over 8,500 employees globally, and we have done client engagements in 35 countries. As an organization, we do have alliances with various independent software vendors. ITC Infotech's partnership with PTC extends over 19 years. And we are one of the largest implementation partner for PTC with over 450 focused consultants working across PTC technology solutions. About myself, I am overall responsible for the PLM and SLM practice growth and heavily engaged in the business development related activities. Overall come with 17 plus years of work experience in diversified roles. Previously worked as a shop floor quality manager, warranty manager for automotive companies, acted as a management consultant in one of the big 4 consulting firms in operations and supply chain management. And currently I am associated with ITC Infotech for the last 9 years. Coming to the topic, market insights from analyst firms such as Arbortext states that best-in-class companies are seeing significant results in the service performance by investing on solutions that ensures up-to-date delivery of service information. Some of the key performance measures include decrease in the volume of inbound calls to customer support, decrease in the time that it takes to resolve customer complaints and improve first-time fix rates, overall increase in the customer satisfaction score, and naturally it all leads to increase in associated product revenue by providing accurate parts information details for ordering purposes. So some of the top solution priorities amongst the manufacturers are as follows. First and foremost, the ability to create structured content creation and management of service manuals with the ability to modularize the information to improve overall reuse of service information across product models and variants. Integrated BOM process and change management to maintain up-to-date product data information and thereby eliminate engineering, manufacturing, and service functions working in silos. Leveraging rich CAD data and establish a process to derive interactive 2D and 3D illustrations, associate them with Service BOM to maintain up-to-date parts catalog information, to enable the digital thread, develop integration needs with existing ERP system for BOM synchronization, and also associate information that are maintained in ERP such as parts inventory, parts pricing, and serial number effectivity of the product models with respective service parts. And lastly, the ability to digitally deliver service and parts content in handheld devices, leverage AR and VR capabilities, and publish contextual information to downstream field service based applications to enhance the service productivity and utilization. This is a case study I would like to talk at a high level how ITC had gone about engaging with one of our customers who's a leading engine manufacturer. Our customer is an acknowledged leader in manufacturing engines for automotive, power generation, marine industry, industrial engines, and agriculture-based engines. ITC Infotech is partnered with our customer over 5 years in digitalizing their PLM journey. Our initial focus was to enable the customer streamline their engineering and manufacturing bill of material processes using the Windchill PDM Link and MPM Link solution. We also enabled integrations of the Windchill system with the Oracle ERP system to publish and maintain up-to-date BOM information. While the engineering and manufacturing department could realize significant benefits, but the services organization was still maintaining a paper-based parts catalog information for customer support. The growing challenge at the dealership was wrong ordering of spare parts. As a result, the dealer always made it a point to consult with the service head office for getting the right part identification before placing an order. Eventually, this led in turn to a barrage of manual intensive interdepartmental coordination activities between the manufacturing and engineering function in order to identify what could be the right part for a given engine make and model. The results were evident. The dealership had visible delays in customer support, associated revenue losses, and more importantly, they had an overall, importantly in a negative way, of course, an overall impact on brand positioning in the market. What was ITC's solution all about? As a first step, we established the mechanism for technical publication department to build downstream SBOM from engineering BOM along with the service kit creation process. From service BOM, users were able to author the part list information along with service specific attributes for each engine assembly. Leveraging CAD, we defined the process to automate 3D illustration creation and associating them with relevant part list information. To ensure traceability with upstream engineering data and timely updates, needful workflow configurations were done for the release and change management of service BOM, part list, and illustration processes. The next key step involved was the design of information structure and publication structure based on the customer's product line portfolio, catering to the various business lines, covering their different product models and their variants. It's very essential to build the right as-supported structure for the company, well defined with business rules such as options and choices, information applicability, along with product hierarchy information, so that whether it's the technical publication department or the service engineering department, they can ensure the right information of both parts and service content, and also to enable increased adoption towards solution maintenance. As a next step, we defined the publishing mechanism to deliver the parts information to in-service, which is now called as Arbortext Content Delivery, which is the e-parts catalog system for dealer access. To ensure data harmonization and to enable the digital thread, we automated the publish of service parts release from Windchill to Oracle by extending and leveraging the TIPCO and the ESAC framework, which we had already established part of the upstream engineering and manufacturing bill of material. From Oracle, we developed a downstream integration with ACD to deliver engine serial numbers and dealer login specific part pricing, along with region specific pricing currency for parts ordering purposes. So every dealer who belongs to a particular region can get to access those parts for which he's serving the engines, and also more importantly gets the right pricing information in the right currency value. So dealers were now able to identify the serial numbers of specific spare parts and able to price the also get the pricing details and able to initiate the part orders. Lastly, to complete the order transaction process, we also developed a scheduler mechanism wherein the order summary from ACD gets pushed to CBIL and gets processed back in Oracle ERP system to fulfill the orders. The results are evident. The customer has transitioned themselves from a paper-based to a complete digital delivery-based e-parts catalog system with visible improvements in their service parts business and customer service. So what you see here is a snapshot representation of the kind of data that today the customer is able to manage in the e-parts catalog system. It covers around 1 million engine serial numbers, cutting across 476 engine model variants, which has around 6,000 part lists, supported by 9,000 interactive illustrations and service circulars for dealer communications. So this is a scenario of ITC's partnership with a medical device manufacturer. In this case, I'm sorry. This is a scenario of a medical device manufacturer where in this case, the customer is managing, when I say the customer, the technical publication department in this case was managing all the service manuals using FrameMaker for various content creation for the various manuals supporting for the med devices. And they use AutoCAD for creating the drawings in PDF formats. They receive inputs from various sources, that is the R&D, the marketing department, and the service engineering department, and the information exchanged would either be in Word, Excel, or email-based communications. All the FrameMaker manuals that were stored in the local drive of the respective technical authors, and once all the content gets created, the information gets manually uploaded in Winchell in zip formats. The shortcoming in such an approach was data harmonization related issues, lacked information traceability, resulting in unnecessary reworks and disconnected processes. So what ITC did was, again, the digital enablement of the solution covering from design, manufacturing, and service. So we are engaged with this customer over 6 years and helping them achieve end-to-end consistency in the product information across the various functions, which includes design, manufacturing, and service. So the initial setup was more in focusing on the design and manufacturing related functions, where we set up the Winchell PDM link and NPM link based solutions. And to top that, to ensure increased work productivity and user adoption, we also came up with role-based custom apps built on ThingWorks Navigate platform to accomplish the change management processes, the BOM comparison processes between Winchell and Oracle, and also the part and BOM design drawing retrieval processes for the sourcing team. From a service standpoint, we first initially set up the ACD solution for the customer with integration capabilities with the e-commerce portal and CBIL applications to streamline their entire parts ordering processes. Recently, we also introduced a mobile responsive ACD solution for the customer for ease of information access in handheld devices, especially for the field service technicians, while even when they were working in remote locations. Once we set up the ACD solution in the downstream integrations from parts ordering, the next step that we did was to streamline the service content by introducing the Arbortext and Winchell-based solutions for structured content creation and delivery. Now the customer already has a bespoke IIT solution, which they call it as a Pro Connect, which connects with various medical equipments for remote monitoring, fault code identification and rectification, and also the equipment maintenance. So the customer also has a knowledge-based system, which is nothing but an historical database of all the service actions that has been taken for a given service incident having similar symptoms or defects registered by the customer or the field service technicians. So as a future roadmap, we are in the process of, or as a next step, we are in the process of integrating ACD with the knowledge management system, which is well integrated with the IoT platform, which in a way assures a closed loop and convergence between the physical and digital assets. This is another classic case of one of our customers who is a leading motorcycle manufacturer based out of India. Here again, in this case, the client had seen a spike in the demands of its new motorcycles following a major retooling of one of its key design components. With growing production needs and increase in sales volume, the company had to really relook into the product development processes to improve overall efficiencies, accelerate time to market of the new product launches, and they had a goal to reduce it by 33%. And more importantly, provide best-in-class services catering to the 3 million motorcycles that were sold globally. So some of the key salient features of the electronic parts catalog solution implemented by ITC for the customer is the solution which is in place and gone live is now being accessed by 1,100 dealers spread across 56 countries in 11 different regions. To ensure up-to-date delivery of parts information in ACD, we streamlined the EBOM, SBOM processes enabled with change management. We also built an add-on solution on top of ACD in order for the customer to be compliant with the EU legislative requirements, wherein in this case, the automotive manufacturer or the motorcycle manufacturer if they had to sell their vehicles in the European market, the OEM must provide repair and maintenance information to the independent third-party dealers who are not part of the dealer ecosystem. I am referring to those independent dealers who can serve any type of bikes belonging to that particular region. And this compliance is very essential for the manufacturers to get the required sign-off from the legislative committee before they can even sell their products in the European market. So this solution had to be put in place and demonstrated to the legislative committee so that they get that endorsement that the customer is also not only focused on their own dealerships, but they're also providing repair and maintenance information to the third-party dealers in order to serve their bikes in the most efficient and the right way. The solution also fulfills the integration needs with ERP system with downstream integrations with the dealer management system to streamline the entire parts ordering processes. So given the background, you can definitely figure out that the situation really demanded for us to build an integrated product development digital platform for the customer. As the first step, we migrated the customer from the Pro Intralink setup to Winchill PDM Link to handle the legacy CAD and EBOM. We also established the process to streamline the new product development right from conceptualization to design release enabled with change management. The Winchill NPM Link solution is also put in place to derive the manufacturing bill of material, and we have defined the associative process around tooling, resources, and work instructions. Integrations with SAP was done to publish the part and BOM information from Winchill system to SAP and also ensure bidirectional exchange of relevant SAP part attributes back into the Winchill WT part system, right? Lastly, we also implemented the Winchill SIM and service part solution to ensure the service BOM release management processes, the part list release management processes, leveraging CAD data, and also suiting the customer's nature of business. We define the product hierarchy structure, the information structure to manage the part list data and its service effectivity with model variants and vehicle serial number. So in order to ensure the serial number effectivity with the respective model variants, and as I said, the customer has over 3 million vehicles globally. So it becomes a very tedious task for the customer to map every serial number individually with the product variants. So ITC Infotech developed an automation wherein from SAP we used to automatically derive all the serial numbers and build an intelligence where it could automatically associate with all the relevant product serial numbers and its equivalent part list information. The benefit of enabling such a solution, apart from productivity gains and operational efficiencies, more importantly, it is done for the dealers so that dealer, when he logs in into the ACD system and when he types a serial number, they're able to see the relevant product structure of that particular serial number, which has the spare parts information, the available, the part details, and also the equivalent CAD illustrations in a 3D format. And lastly, we also enabled ACD integrations with the dealer management system built on Microsoft Dynamics to transfer the shopping cart summary details from ACD to DMS to complete the part sorting processes. A customer has their own line of accessories and apparel, so we implemented the PTC's Flex solution to manage the design and development processes of their apparels, along with integration capabilities with SAP. As we speak, the application lifecycle management solution is being put in place for the customer to map the requirements with product design and development, and this is part of the implementation roadmap for this year. So by giving examples of customers belonging to 3 different industries, one being a med device manufacturer, one being a hardcore automotive company, and the third case being a industrial equipment manufacturer serving different verticals. What is coming out very clear is for success of a true digital service enterprise lies in integrating with various disparate systems, achieve a level of process and data harmonization, and build service intelligence across the value chain. So this representation that you see in this slide depicts the business need to integrate with various upstream and downstream enterprise systems. The upstream systems majorly covers the PTC's windshield solution for the customers to manage the design and manufacture related data and processes, along with bidirectional integration capabilities with the ERP system. Additionally, solutions should also be put in place where the ERP system must be integrated with ACD to deliver serial number specific part pricing and inventory information. Of course, there are customers who are not using or embracing PTC's windshield solutions for their product data management and are using different authoring applications for creating service manuals. So for those customers, we can construct a customized extract, transformation, and load approach where we can get all the relevant product specific parts information and service content, leveraging the CSV template of PTC, and build a mechanism to publish the content into Arbortext content delivery. In summary, having ACD solution integrated with upstream enterprise applications shall ensure manufacturers' ability to deliver accurate service and parts information for downstream consumption. So now let's look at what are the typical needs of a customer from a downstream side. So we have engaged with customers like the case that you saw in the case studies that I just expressed. We have built downstream single sign-on integration capabilities with customers' e-commerce portal, which is being accessed by the retailers or the customers or the distributors for accessing up-to-date parts information for ordering purposes. We can also build single sign-on capabilities with customer CRM systems, which are heavily and largely used by the customer's field services organization. Here I'm referring to either the field service technicians or the customer's own dealer network and management systems. And most of the CRM systems today also have a field service application, which is a mobile-based solution for customers to get details of the particular service incident. And so if I'm a field service technician, if I have 10 service incidents to be resolved for the day, then for every service incident would be unique. So this calls for integrations with field service applications, wherein for a given service incident, if a service technician wants contextual service content or parts information, he can access Arbortext content delivery to really get that information. And we have built integration capabilities with field service applications such that all the information which is contextual in nature can be using the REST API and web services. We can deliver that relevant service content and parts information in the field service application. Another key aspect in the area of field service is the ability to work even in offline mode to improve the overall productivity. And one of the key essential value drivers for effective utilization of field service technician is to have product specific information in handheld devices, and especially in offline mode, because if your nature of business calls for resolving service tickets at the point of failure. And if you're working in remote location, you're often challenged with network connectivity related issues. Hence, having an offline based Arbortext content delivery solution becomes very essential for improved utilization of the field service technician and customer satisfaction. So ITC Infotech has built a prototype, first of its kind, offline ACD solution, which is now available even for demonstration purposes. You can see the offline solution demo in ITC Infotech subscribed YouTube channel. So before I get into the specifics, what the solution is all about, this here again, I'm just trying to emphasize what the market insights also talks about, the need for having such solutions. Various source points substantiates the need of the importance of offline based solution because it helps passing on the benefits in two ways. Externally, it improves customer satisfaction because you are always having the needful information that is required to complete first time fixed rates or for the incidents that you are trying to resolve for a given day. And it also helps to improve and position the brand value of the organization in a much better fashion, because today customers are not choosing products. Customers are choosing products which are well serviced and served by that respective OEM manufacturers. And internally, it also increases the service profitability back to the organization through improved first time fixed rates and helps in improving the service revenue as well. So now, having set the context why offline solution is a key essential, let me give a high level insight what ITC Infotech has really gone about in building this solution. So on top of the ACD solution that is available from the PTC's technology suites, ITC has built a custom utility which integrates with the ACD application through web services. The primary purpose of this custom utility is to first derive all the product hierarchy information in a JSON format. Product hierarchy is nothing but all your product families, your models and variants that is being managed in your ACD application. The JSON format represents all the file names that is associated to the product hierarchy along with the references with the product models. The file names are nothing but the various information assets that you store in your ACD application. The information assets could be your service content in XMLs, could be service content in PDF formats, could be your illustrations, part lists, media such as animations that you would have published in ACD, so on and so forth. The second activity which this custom utility does is it downloads all the physical data assets and stores them in an ACD application in a logical folder structure, part of the ACD server application. And lastly, if there are any incremental data which the technical publication or service engineering department publishes on a timely basis to the main online ACD application, this custom utility would extract the incremental JSON format and the incremental data assets and stores them in a logical location. So in summary, the purpose of this utility is to build a bridge with the online ACD application. The second part of the solution is the mobile app by itself. The mobile app designed by ITC Infotech is built on React Native platform to suit both iOS and Android devices. So here again, through web services, you have built integrations between the app and the custom utility. The primary capabilities of the app today includes one is user authentication. Only valid ACD users can access and log in into the app. Secondly is access control, which is nothing but only based on the user logins and profile rights that you have configured in the main ACD application. Even in the mobile app, you can only get access to that relevant product information based on your profiling rights. Then the app can download product specific information by collecting the relevant data assets through the web services that is being built and managed in the custom utility. And if you want to delete any specific product information from the app in order to manage your space in the mobile, so on and so forth, or if you don't want an information anymore because it's in an offline condition, you can always delete that specific information from the app. And the app also has the ability to synchronize and update if there are any incremental data that is being published in the main in-service application. Lastly, the app also has the capability to bookmark your products, because if there are any frequent information that you want to quickly access, you can favoritize your products or the relevant service information that you want to look in your homepage so that it's easy to navigate and retrieve the information. The app also has basic free text search capabilities based on the information files that are downloaded and managed in the mobile app solution. So this is my concluding slide. So in summary, ITC Infotech has substantial credentials in implementing SLM-based solutions. We have worked with 16 global customers with multiple project initiatives with some of our customers expanding and maturing the service part solution. With a list of solution accelerators that you see in this slide, we can talk about specifics if you have any questions offline or part of this webinar. We can talk about that. And with the 30 plus successful projects that we have delivered with the 25 plus skilled SLM consultants that we have, ITC Infotech assures we can be your most valuable and trusted partner in your service journey. Thank you for your patient hearing and hope you found the session useful. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to respond.